Hey, and thanks for clicking play. Hey, and thank you for clicking play.
Yar! Hey, and thank you for clicking play.
Hey, and thank you for clicking play. Hey, and thank you so much for clicking play 100 times. This is episode 100, and I'm so grateful to all of you that have followed along. How did we get to 100 episodes? There's actually been more than 100 videos, but not all have been counted as episodes. I think it's, down to my unique strategy of quantity over quality. And, why aim for anything different? No, look, as we've journeyed along, looking back at some of my early stuff, really not a lot of effort, and that's the way I intended it to be. But at the end of the day, if you're going to put the time in to watch, then I think, even though it's a hobby channel, I can put the time in to at least make the content watchable. So I'm aiming for a happy medium, limited input from me, because at the end of the day it is a hobby channel. I'm not making money out of this, as you know, but I owe it to you if you're spending time, and I really am grateful to every single one of you. I've been so tempted to name people. I'm going to, in the back of my mind, refer to some of you as the primes, because you've been here from the beginning or very close to, always commenting, always there. But seriously, even if you've only just started watching my channel, I really do appreciate it. So if this is episode 100 for you, thank you so very, very much. If this is episode 1 for you, thank you equally, and I hope you do join me in the future for more of my journey. For those of you that have joined recently, my whole nostalgia journey started with me repurchasing a wonderful Amiga 500 Batman pack, the same pack I had as a child, not this exact same one, and just got hit by nostalgia, had to have one again. So what you'll get from me going forward is not me showing you an existing collection, it's me recollecting as I go along. I'm building my collection, and I must say, at the wrong time in the market. Before any further ado, what the heck, this is a celebration. I've got some of the world's best rum, which you can only get here in Australia. So once the pandemic's over, no affiliation, but I do recommend you head to Australia, ready for the next one. But yeah, let's crack open some rum. I knew this wouldn't go well. Oh, no, it's going fine. This, if you don't know, is a proper rum. So this sits in the barrel. This beautiful color has come from nothing other than this sitting in a used oak barrel. So they get the barrels that have already been used for wine production in France, ship them over to Western Australia, and the rum is distilled as a white rum and then sits in the barrel for 2 years, and that's where it gets the color and the flavor from nowhere else but the oak barrel. Fantastic stuff. I think it's only right that we drink from Maria today. Maria Whittercave. And look, let's be a bit piratey and fantastic. Ah, that's good. So I've got a few things to say, but I do want to keep it short as well for this episode. That's another thing I'm trying to do, quantity over quality, but I am trying to get the videos down to 20 minutes max, as hopefully you will have noticed, and that's a mean feat in itself. Sometimes that's my ongoing aim, at least. Let's down the first one. And that'll do for the day. I'll actually go a lot slower on the second one, but as I said, it is a celebration. And what was I saying? Hits quick. It's fantastic. I've done some rejigging. So this is the reveal also. It's not just episode 100, but this is the reveal of the new desk setup. What do you think? So what we've got here, 3 screens. All of these act as PC screens. This one in the middle is crap for a PC screen. Very soft, even though it's still 1080. So actually, it's a really impractical setup, but that doesn't matter. So at the moment what I've got, this one is running as the PC, and if I run any of the older PCs under the desk, such as the old Acer or the old Pentium 4, Those can appear on that screen as well. And that's pretty much the only inputs on that screen. This one in the middle is the TV. So like I said, quite a poor modern computer monitor because it's so soft, but it has SCART, which is quite rare here in Australia. So both the Spectrum and the Amiga, so both the Spectrum Plus 3 and the Amiga can go into the SCART. There's only one SCART, so I need to get a SCART switcher, but then that's great. And that makes Retro the center, because it's a television, and because I was able to factory reset it and tell it it's a UK television, even though it's actually an Australian one, I'm able to get a correct RF signal and a correct RF tuning and line up the frequencies. So the Acorn Electron gets an RF signal perfect to this as well. Might do the composite mod on this. So the Amiga's in there via SCART, as you can see right now. And equally, the ZX Spectrum Plus 3 has a SCART cable just lying around the back waiting to be plugged in as well. So this is the center of the retro universe, really. And then this screen here, very impractical, but this is my better PC monitor. But again, this is a television as well. So the HDMI input on this one is being used for the Pi 400, which is what it's running now on Pi Amiga. So just to give you that, it may change going forward, but at least it gives this area. To be honest, it's a pain in the butt for filming. I'm not sitting on my chair. I'm sitting on this part of the couch setup that I've got over there. But you know, whatever. And just messing about earlier, if I lift that, if you imagine, if you will, I could put a shelf up there. The Amiga the Amiga 500 Batman pack box could sit up on the shelf level with those pictures, and that might actually fill that corner quite nicely. So going forward, a couple of ideas as to where it might go. I know what I was saying earlier. It's okay, I don't care how this goes today because it's a celebration. I can do what I like. It's like a birthday. And I am really thankful to every one of you that watched. So that's what I was saying earlier. Is, yeah, if it's your first episode, fantastic. What I really love is people commenting. Yeah, that's what it's about for me. It's so hard to not mention people because, yeah, I did get a shout out. I'll mention one, and but then you miss other people out. Some of you have joined because somebody else shouted out to me, and so I'm obviously very grateful to that channel, which is, I think it's called RetroBear. I am very grateful to that because I've only just started watching his channel and commenting, and he straight away given me a shout out, so I am really grateful for that. And I had to look around to see, okay, what the heck's happened here? Because suddenly I'm getting a trickle of extra subscribers. So where are we at? On episode 100, we are at 316 subscribers, which is fantastic. I just want to, and I'll put some screenshots in here, but I just want to mention the video counts. And I find it, like I say, it's a hobby channel. I really don't care. And for the most part, again, if you're new to my channel, what you're going to get is my, you know, it started with rebuying the Batman pack. From there, I'm recollecting and I'm adding my personal memories and emotions attached to these machines and these games. Obviously, to be honest, who is that interesting to apart from me? My mate Steve, who I know watches, who I grew up with. My mate Lee, who sometimes watches as well, only because I force him to. When I mention him, I say, here's another link, and I'm sure he's sick of it. But, you know, we were Amiga buddies back in the day as well. But other than that, you know, but what I hope from that, this is why I do it. Other than my own personal, you know, I guess it's the modern version of memoirs, I guess. All I want to do is help you unlock your memories and your nostalgia and for you to create your journey. And please do feel free to put your journey in the comment, your nostalgia, what memories these games unlock for you if you've played them. I would love that because then I know that I'm inspiring you as well. That would be fantastic. Yeah, that would be great. Because the community is so big, not just the big channels, but also some of the smaller channels, there's so many to subscribe to and to watch. And you almost get to a point of feeling obligated to watch. And for myself, I've sort of had to cull that because, look, time is finite. I really shouldn't be watching stuff in the background at work. I try and watch stuff, and I try and give my full attention to the videos that I do watch. I actually put them on my TV that's behind you guys now. and that's how I like to try and consume. So you have my full attention, and that's not always possible. So what I would like to encourage you to do, this is going to sound strange, is stop watching me. I'm serious. And what I mean by that is, if I put a video up and it's on a topic that, you know, the title of the video or the topic really isn't of interest to you, don't feel obliged to watch it, seriously. And I'm talking to you, to the primes as well, because life is short and there's so much good content out there. If you are watching my stuff, I am so honored, because that means you are giving that 10 minutes, 20 minutes of your life to watch me, and I can't figure out why. So my encouragement to you is, don't watch it if it's not a topic that's of interest to you. But to counter that, if it is a topic that's of interest to you and you have watched it and enjoyed it, I ask nothing more than please do give it a thumbs up, put a comment in, and share it. I would love for more and more people to be watching the content, because as all of you know who create content, it can take time. Some videos are as quick as filming it and uploading it straight away, but even this I will do some subtle edits too, even though it's going to be a one-take thing. But yeah, so on one side, if it's not a topic that's of interest, don't watch it. If it is a topic that's of interest and you enjoy it, then I just encourage you to share it. I have no delusions of grandeur, but obviously if I get to say 1,000 subs, then of course I'm going to tick that little button that says monetize. I don't think I'm ever going to be asking for Patreon or anything like that. If I ever go down, and I don't think I've got the content to go to that level, to be honest. I'm not a technician. You know, I wasn't in the dev industry, you know, back in the day. I don't do interviews, any of that. I don't do research. It's all just about my personal memories. But if I can trickle in a tiny little bit through monetization, and you're going to skip the ads anyway, then I can put that back into the hobby. So that's really all I ask is, if you watched a video and you enjoyed it, do share it so that we can just see those subs tick up. That would be fantastic. Other than that, I think it's quite... and I'll put some screenshots here of the YouTube channel, which is on this screen here. But I'll put some screenshots in here of just, I find it amusing. So probably the video that took me the most time to put together and that I really enjoyed doing and I enjoyed the content for, and it's more than just my memories, was the video on X-Wing versus Squadron. So that's comparing the 1993, I think it is, PC game X-Wing to the modern PS4 game and PSVR game Squadrons, which is a fantastic game, by the way. Well, they both are. And I compared the two. And that video took a lot of planning, a lot of prep work, a lot of editing. Probably the most involved video I've done. A grand total of 58 views. Look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, on the flip side, look at this one. The video with the most views had 31,000 views. 31,000 views. And that was my video on the Dell Inspiron laptop. Look, so that was the laptop that I bought to take back to the UK for the trip when I picked up my Amiga, in case the Amiga didn't work and I had an emulator installed on the laptop. It's the only reason I bought it. It wasn't a review. It certainly wasn't suggesting anybody bought it. I've had 31,000 views, and I'd argue almost as many questions, even though I said and put in the description, please don't ask me questions. I've just bought this laptop. You know, it's not a review. Ask Dell. Go to Dell.com. They can give you all the information. I can't give you any information about it. I just happen to have bought it. That many questions, I almost felt like turning off comments for that video. But and look, hopefully I've answered some of them sensibly. Others I may have been a little bit sarcastic in the response. I do apologize for that. And again, let me encourage you, even though I want to see the subs go up, if you've subscribed for modern computing content, can you please unsubscribe? Because that's not what this channel is about. Bugger off. But yeah, I'm glad some people found that video helpful. I'm not so glad some people chose to buy a Dell Inspiron, because to be honest, I'm actually a bit disappointed with mine. But anyway, that's another topic. There will be another, actually, a follow-up video. Look, it's a fine machine. That's all I'm saying. Sorry if you bought one. So yeah, so on the flip side, you know, you got a video that took me a lot of effort, 58 views. A video that was no effort and I really don't have any vested interest in, 31,000 views. But what made me smile this morning, I had a quick check. The 316 subscribers. I am so grateful for that. That is fantastic, and they really are starting to, you know, go exponential a little bit there. But what made me smile this morning was the Pi Mega video is at 1,500 views. And that's a very recent video. So that's probably the fastest growing video. And like I say, it's incredibly recent. I've only just got the Pi 400, put Pi Mega on it. And obviously it's all thanks to the effort of Chris Edwards in putting together Pi Mega. And that's where all that comes from. Another one that scored quite well is the IBM Aptiva video, 1.1000. So that's great. Just really, really grateful to anybody that watches my content and thinks it's worth your time watching. So look, we can have a giggle about low numbers, we can celebrate high numbers, but that's not what it's about for me. It is still the core of this channel is and always will be. There will be some distractions along the way, like a Pi 400. Still don't know why I bought it, but it's great fun. I've got one, it's fantastic. But it's about recollecting those memories and yeah, just unlocking the further memories attached. And quite often it's nothing to do with the equipment, it's to do with the friendships, the places we used to hang out, all of those kind of things. So thank you again, purposely not naming anybody. You know who you are because you're watching me right now, and that means it's you. Thank you so much. All right, cheers guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. I just gotta say, the back of this video, do not drink some of this and then try and play a family game of Scythe, which is a very complicated board game. It's not going to end well, and you're not going to win. All right, cheers.